Well, hey y'all, this afternoon, this your buddy George Jones over at the Bergen Gun Range with my next installment on, hey, I got this old used gun. The old used gun I got today is a pretty cool gun. This is a model of the first rifle I ever bought with my own money or by my own labors. This is a O.F. Mossberg and Sons, North Haven, Connecticut, USA. It says AC KRG KRO CR or GR UV, whatever that means. And then the model number is the model 351 CD 22 long rifle only. Now, I remember when these guns were new, and I did a whole summer's worth of yard work and farm work for a man, and part of my pay was one of these rifles just like this. And somehow or another, my buddy J.D. McNevin wound up with it, and he still got it. This is a 10-shot butt feed. Nope, not going there. 10-shot, feeds through the butt, loads through the butt back here on this little window. And it's just a 10-shot semi-automatic 22 rifle. Not a whole lot you can say about it other than it's kind of cool. Now, the way this rifle works, it's kind of like the click-clack. Remember we had the old video about the click-clack rifle. What this rifle does when it works is it cycles, and then the rear portion of the bolt, which is a counterweight, acts as a striker, which in turn strikes the firing pin and fires the gun, and it cycles again. Not a peculiar design, but you know, you just don't see it very often. You see it on these, a couple of the other Mossberg designs. I think Stevens manufactured a rifle that worked like this, but it wasn't a click-clack. If this gun can be called anything, it'd be called a spitter, because when the gun cycles, it spits around out of the magazine into the chamber and reveals another magazine ready to go, another round ready to go in, and then the bolt depresses that round as it goes back into battery, and it seats the other bullet that's partially in battery all the way in. So it literally spits that cartridge under spring tension into partial battery before it goes in there. And you'll see that in a minute when I go to load it up. Now, I was over at the big box store the other day, because the only place I could find bullets to reload with. And apparently, Cabela's owns the Herters name. Now, Herters is a gun company that went out of business. Shooting, supply, hunting, fishing, taxidermy, everything company that came into business in the 1930s and went out of business in the early 1970s. They've been out of business probably about a little over 40 years. So Cabela's has decided to come out with an ammunition line with the Herters name. Now that makes centerfire pistol ammunition, they've got high-powered rifle ammunition, and I found that they've got this, Herters 22. Now, I've hunted this box over hard to find the mother manufacturer of this ammunition, and it's simply not stated on there. I know that Cabela's is not in the ammunition manufacturing business, and I know that Herters was never in the ammunition manufacturing business. So to have Herters ammunition as an original ammunition is kind of a falsehood, okay? But it is a marketing ploy. So we're going to try this gun out with the Herters ammunition and see how it shoots. Get me a drink of water. Just because it's overcast doesn't mean it ain't hotter than all get out. And muggy. Okay. Alrighty. Now, let's get some, I don't need to say protection for this. Let's get us about 10 of these guys. All right. Pull that magazine out of the rear end here. There we go. Let's pull it all the way out. And then it's got this teardrop shaped little hole back here, and you just drop them in the hole pointed in the right direction, they run right in there. I don't think there's currently a new gun with butt feed on it. Wait a minute, if they still make the Browning AT, it's a butt feeder. The little Browning Takedown 22, I think it feeds through the stock. Apparently it holds more than that. Let's try about 5 more. I don't think it holds 15. I think it holds something like 12. But it's been a long time since I fired one of these, so I mean a long time. Nope, that's too many. One of them out there. So it holds 14. Okay, whatever it holds it. All right, got the little fake bullet follower on the end of it here. That guy back down in there. So they're a well-made little gun. You get it in there. Well, there we go. Lock that guy in there. Let's see if we can catch it on camera here. It's spitting that round in there. See that? Just went in. It just spit it in there. All right, let's see how it shootates. Let's see. 25 yards on the little steel gallery down there. Let's try the little 4-inch Mickey Mouse at 25 yards. There we go. That hit it. Let's try the 1 3/4 and 2.5 diameter swinger, the little hourglass thing that goes around and around. There he goes. It's just swinging. There we go. All right, that was pretty small. Let's try one of the little 2-inch wide air gun targets. There we go. Yeah. Yep. Flip them over. Flip them back. Yeah, that shoots pretty good. That's a good shooting little rifle, and it works good. It works good with this ammo anyway. Yeah, that works pretty good. There it is. I think this gun was, I think in the 1970s it was in the $60 price range, and I think they made these up to about 1975 or 6 or something like that. I don't know for sure. I haven't really researched it. I picked up the gun yesterday to bring it out and do it, and I didn't have time to do any real serious research on it. And there's not a whole lot of real serious research about this classification of gun anyway. You know, if you don't research, get you an M1 rifle, start reading about it. There's some research. But I remember when these guns were new in the early 1970s, I was like 12 and 14 years old, and you saw these guns for sale. You also see these guns marked Revelation for Western Auto, Ted Williams for Sears or Montgomery Ward's. I think Ted Williams was Sears. Ted Williams was a famous golfer, famous baseball player, played for the Cardinals for years, and was a fighter ace in World War II and a jet ace in Korea. So anyway, the guy's fairly famous at one time, and Sears used his name on a line of stuff. I've seen these guys when Western Auto sold guns. They had them. It's just everybody, that sold guns back in the day. Everybody sold guns. Western Auto, Sears, Montgomery Ward's, Firestone. Heck, I remember Somerset Oil gas stations used to have guns and ammunition for sale. The local refinery and gas company, fuel company, used to have them. And just everybody. While we've got it out here, let's see how the mystery ammunition shoots out of a pistol. We've got the old H&R Sportsman over here that we did a video on. I did a video on, late in the year last year, and I liked it so much I wound up buying it. So let's try it and see how it shoots. This ammunition seems to be pretty consistent. It shoots good out of a 22 rifle. And I think when I bought that box, of course, I don't get any discount from them, or anything. I think that box was like $7, $7.59 or something like that. It just got loaded here. That's the problem with a 9-shot revolver, What's the problem with a 9-shot revolver? You just keep loading and loading and loading. There don't seem no end to it. All right. Got this guy will be loud. We can put that on there. Oh, let's see how it shoots. Let's see how it shoots out of this gun. It seems to shoot pretty good. Yeah, that little Mickey Mouse target down there is just swinging. Yeah. There we go. Yeah. So, the little Mossberg 22 rifle runs good. The Herters ammunition seems to be fairly consistent. I hate to advertise for Cabela's, but if you see these guys around, the ammunition seems to work pretty good in the semi-automatic, seems to work pretty good in the revolver, which means it probably worked pretty good in the lever action or bolt action, and the ammunition shoots consistently as good as anything else, as good as Remington Golden Bullet or anything else I'm trying. Well, that's about the size of it. Oh, let's talk about the price of this gun. Value of this thing in today's market, given its condition, now it's in almost perfect condition except for handling wear and a little dings and briar scratch here and there. It is missing the front band, which goes right there. Now, the center screw holds it together efficiently and there's no problem there. I think that band was just on there for appearances, just to tell you the truth, but still it's missing a part. The sights are on good, even though the sight raft looks like it's kind of been tweaked a little bit, but it's on right. Overall condition, this gun's worth somewhere between, at retail, I would say $150. Yeah, it's about 150 bucks. If you see one of these guys for sale, of course, the next one you see may not work at all. that's the thing about a used gun. You know, this just because this one works doesn't mean the next one you see will. You know, but giving all that I know about it, I'd say that this gun is worth $150. You know, I don't think it's worth any more than that. Well, all right then. That's about the size of it. Like, take, share, if I commentate, and subscribe. Leave me an old $1 in the Patreon bucket on the way out the door if you want to, and if you don't, well, I just leave the light on for you anyway. Y'all be safe in these times, and we'll see y'all when we see you. Bye now.